Yo, Tyler,
Yo,
can you hear me?
yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah, my headset's charging, but nice, man, nice. Yeah, I just got on here, man. Just mapping out the markets.
I traded the account thing that I had expired, so I need to reapply for it.
Oh, the membership.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mario should be jumping on. Yeah, I don't know if this is loud or not. I'm just gonna shut that off. So you're not looking at any pairs right now?
I had one trade from Sunday night on the pound dollar that played out. I got long around 125s, and then I had targets hit like yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Nice. Yeah, bro, Mario. I think I forget what he wrote to the group, but I think he caught like 900 pips or something. I was like, dang, that's what's up. It was on US 30.
Yeah, you gotta start watching that one a little bit more.
Yeah, bro, it's so volatile. It's no joke. No joke. So what's your schedule look like when it's on point?
Dude, try to get back on next week. What I was doing before we went to Jenny Springs was I was waking up at between 4:30 and 5 every morning. Then I'd spend an hour and a half mapping all the markets out. Then I'd go for a run, come back, do some of the marketing work I'm doing for this guy, and then check the markets on the side until about noon. Go to the gym, then come back and then remap the markets out before the Asian session that night. So like my schedule is pretty much on point, and then the sleep schedule got messed up, and then the sleep schedule is the most like important thing. So that screwed everything else up. Now, like when you wake up at like 10, it's just like shit. Can't even map the market out because everything's already moving.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the hardest part is trying to master the schedule, but it's like the most important at the end of the day. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think once I finish this guy's website, though, I'll have a little bit more time for trading. I'm like learning. I've never built a WordPress website before, so I'm rebuilding this guy's website like while simultaneously learning how to use WordPress at the same time. Like I'm googling stuff like while I'm doing it.
That's hilarious. That's awesome. Yeah, bro. It's kind of like MetaTrader in a sense, building a
Yeah,
website.
it's pretty complex, but like once you kind of get the dashboard down and understand like what all the different pages and all that stuff means, and it gets a little bit easier. But
Yeah, it's like a whole bunch of widgets. Like that was one of the first skills I learned early on, and yeah, it's just a whole bunch of widgets, and you can get a lot of pre-made templates and just kind of just if you get the right template, it's kind of just putting in text and pictures and all that kind of stuff. What's his business?
it's a music distributor, so they distribute like digital and physical records and musics for music labels around the country.
Oh, dang, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm doing that, and then I'm managing their Instagram too. They actually have some pretty good artists on there. I think you know that R&B singer Avant.
Who is it?
Avant.
It sounds familiar.
It's from like the late '90s, like one of the old school R&B singers. But he's on one of their labels, and they have a lot of like famous rock bands. But I don't really listen to rock like that, so I don't know.
How'd you meet that dude?
The studio that I was going to over in Bokeelia with that country singer dude I was telling you about, the guy that owns the studio over there works with him, and he introduced me to him because the guy said he needed somebody for marketing and stuff, so he linked me up with him.
Nice.
Yeah, the dude was like, "So, like, what's your rate?" I just made up something. I was like, $50 an hour."
how do you
He's like, "All right."
dang, that's awesome, bro. How did he know that you made websites?
Because I told the dude that owns the studio that I do marketing stuff like that. And basically, I just got on like a conference call with this guy and figured out everything we needed and just said that I could do it. I had no idea how to do it.
Whoa, yo, that's too funny. What all did he want done?
He just needed somebody to stay on top of their social media, like so I have to go on there like once a day and like different posts and repost stuff, and then like take album artwork from their clients and then like make little videos and shit out of it. Then then the website that they had was super old school looking and like didn't load right. So I told them I recommended that we rebuild that. So then that's been most of the hours have been putting into that.
Dang, good old website design.
Yeah.
Bro, it's all these like tedious things that comes into play when it comes to all that. So much tedious.
Yeah, I was about to. I was pretty close to just going on to like Fiverr,
Right,
Upwork, and paying
right.
somebody in like Malaysia or something
Yeah,
just to do it for me.
that's it, bro.
But I couldn't figure out like the logistics of it. So like
Oh,
if the
yeah.
client wanted something specific done, then I would be like the middleman. I'd have to relay all this information. So I was just like, screw it, I'll just figure out how to do it.
Yeah, you could get a dedicated in-house team. Like if I were to redo what I did before, the web
Yeah,
design company, you just outsource to a third party that gives you a good rate that does good quality work, and then just push them that way. They can handle like however many clients, because anyone, or if you find a really good team that's like yeah, Malaysia or Philippines or something,
yeah.
which is cheap.
Oh, I actually got. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me see if I can. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I got a WhatsApp message earlier from somebody I think that you used to work with at 360.
Uh huh.
Um, he said, I'm looking for Spectrum portals. I can put up good numbers.
Oh wow. Did you? Yeah. I mean, hey, we're firm over here.
He had a name on here, but now the name's gone. It's just like Hassan Siddiqui.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd have to see him. I want to be like, how did you get my information? But yeah, I guess if you want to send him my way, I can put him through some portals. I was trying to think because like ultimately all these, yeah, there's, yeah.
What do I do? Give him your, do you have like, do I kind of
Yeah,
tag your WhatsApp or do I give
yeah,
your cell number?
yeah. Just give him. Well, just share his contact with me, and then I'll see who he is first, and we'll see if we can work with him. We don't really want to work with any overseas call centers because it's just too much of a headache. Unless they do lead gen only, it's not really worth it because we basically have an in-house sales team that just let people lead gen and then they'll close them, so there's no issues. So we'll see, but yeah, I guess just I guess take a picture of his WhatsApp and say my partner will reach out to you.
All right.
What time do you? I changed my schedule to where I'm catching Asian. I'm looking for an op after Asian. If there's nothing at around 8, then there's really nothing until about 9 9:30 to 11, and then there's nothing until about 1:30 to, you know what I mean? And then if I can make it till 3, I will, and then wake up around 8, 9 and catch that 10 to
Yeah.
11 push just to try to, because the thing is, it's like these setups appear. It's just being present to execute. You know what I mean? Um, that's really the hardest part. Like for me, just keep a consistent schedule. You can see yourself doing for a year and not messing up. You know what I mean? Like those are
Yeah, that's it. That's the move.
like if you can find something you can stick with and show up every day and consistently do, you're good. Like it's good with Asian because you're kind of like bored anyways. There's not too much to do. You can map the markets out, but then you're just sitting back waiting. If there's no push at 8, it's kind of like you're chilling until about 2 a.m. Unless you're, you know what I mean. Unless your analysis, unless that setup presents itself. But it seems like a good obtainable schedule. I finally keep dialing it in, but
Yeah, the secret I found to when I was doing the schedule is what helped a lot was the quarantine because what screws the schedule up all the time is the weekends. And like whenever you get off schedule on the weekend on a Friday or Saturday, you stay out later, you sleep in later, and that ruins the next week, and then you fall off.
yeah, that's the worst part. That's why if you kind of get up around 9, it's kind of you're pretty much bulletproof if you get up around it because you can sleep a little bit longer. And then you're also used to going to sleep at 3 o'clock at night. So if you're doing that Asian in London, then you can stay up till 3 a.m. on the weekends. You know what I mean? Because you technically should, because if not, you mess your schedule up. Because I keep thinking long term, and how I'm gonna be able to consistently. This is a good trade right here. How I'm gonna consistently be able to show up without going out one weekend and then messing up my schedule. So I know myself, like I want to live a little bit after working hard. So it's like if I do it this way, I can actually do it long term too. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's really just this is a good trade.
Dollar yen.
Yeah. See, it broke out of here. 4 hourly wicked up, broke structure. It's not that. It's not that volatile though. That's why I don't really.
Yeah, dollar yen usually ranges a lot, and then as soon as it does break out, it just goes ballistic, and then it'll range for a while again.
Yeah, so we might have a big push, but it's crazy because the pips are nothing. Like this is if this was any other pair, it'd be 3x the amount of pips. Yeah, we're just consolidating. It looks like we're about to break up though. It's about to break the 4 here. Yeah, we might get this move.
It's been in a range on the daily since the beginning of April, and then it false broke it on June 6th, and then that's where it collapsed down. So it looks like it's heading for the bottom of the range at 106. Right, yeah, about 105.90 to 106.
UCAD or UJ?
Dollar yen.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a good trade right there. Good trade. That's what I look for. Barely any pips, so it's crazy. Let's see if there's. I mean, UCAD setting up.
The euro dollar is about to break out of the range.
Let me see here. See, I didn't get it. I showed up late. I haven't mapped them all out yet. Let's see here. Because usually I'll be able to like do analysis on like the 10 big pairs and then pick the one setup that I think is the best, and then that's the one I'll take. It's usually how I do it. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, breaking up, possibly. Let's see.
Your chart's a little bit stretched, so you can't really see it as well. But if you double click on like the prices on the right, it'll reformat the chart.
Yeah, I see it. See, I would just ranging really. Momentum's. I mean, I guess on the daily, it's 3 bearish candles. It's probably just a daily pullback to continue down. Because I guess momentum is to the downside. But 4 hourly is also bullish. So I guess until we break this 4 hourly high, then it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, there's been a lot of demand coming in the past 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row below 112.50. So the past 4 days in a row, it was failed to get acceptance below 112.50 before the daily candle closed. It keeps throwing wicks lower, so if there's a daily candle that fills those wicks, it might be a pretty bearish signal.
Yeah, the hard part to me is like some people are like, oh, only trade one pair, but it's like the problem with that is they'll look for their setup, but if their setup's not there, they'll trade it because it's the only pair they're looking for. But it's like if you pull up 10 pairs and you see your setup, it's like why wouldn't you take your high probability trade setup versus just trying to like force a trade? Because in my opinion, this is ugly right now.
Well, the logic behind a lot of the people that follow, I mean, the sweet spot for me is 6 different pairs. So if I only look at 6 different pairs, because they don't all behave exactly the same. There's some of them that behave a little bit different. They have like little intricacies about how the price action works on each of them. You start to notice it when you're only looking at those pairs for a long ass time. You start to see different little things. Like the thing that I found in oil after looking at oil for so long is that anytime there'd be a pin bar, the next candle would usually take out the lows of the pin bar because everybody puts their stop loss below the pin bar on oil, which doesn't happen as much in other pairs. So like you start to notice little things like that whenever you're only looking at specific amount of pairs.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You are right. Just consolidating. Stuff. Yeah, gold was an easy trade last night. It happened at 5 a.m., but it would have been a good setup if I could have caught it. Yeah, I've noticed with the higher time frame candle breaks is what essentially creates momentum in the market. Other than that, it's kind of like just ranges. You know what I mean? Unless it breaks structure or continues to break structure on the higher time frames, 4 hourly, daily, the candles don't really move. Same goes
Yeah,
with like the weekly
there's
levels
a
and the
pretty good
monthly.
little indicator that's on TradingView. It's called the daily high low indicator. So when you put it on, say like you put on the hourly chart, it'll put lines at the previous day's high and the previous day's low. And usually what a lot of people do is they'll put buy stops or sell stops above below the previous day's highs or lows, trying to catch momentum moves. Um, So that's a good strategy. Some people use. Sean used that for a while. That's what we were trying to figure out. Remember those like little Don chain channel things he was using? We were trying to figure out what they were.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There was the mapping out of the time frames, right?
Yeah, the
It was
daily
like
highs and lows.
a little pattern that was like this. It was like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forget. It's actually on here somewhere. But yeah, that's the only time momentum happens really typically, or it'll just range. That's why like in my opinion, depending like in this scenario here, I mean it did break the 4 hourly, so this could be like in this 4 hourly here closed like a shooting star essentially. Um, so if this is just a quick pullback and we do break this 4, then I can anticipate this clean move down. Um, but again, unless it breaks this 4 low or high, I don't try to mess around in the 4 hourly zone because it's kind of hard to tell. Like the market will tell you typically where it's gonna go, and if it's gonna go up, it's gonna break this 4, give you an opportunity candle, which is also the daily, and continue probably wick fill here. or who knows how high it goes, but secure however much you want and leave runners. But if not, I don't like to play around in here. I'll just wait. You know what I mean? It's funny
Yeah.
because a lot of people will try to like guess it in here and buy its support and stuff, but it's like at the end of the day, it's really a guess. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to predict it. I mean, depending on market structure, but right now, for example, on golds, momentum, 4 hourly's bullish. Previous day was bearish, but huge wick. So yeah, if we get a break, it look good. But Asian usually just pulls back, so it's kind of sitting back and waiting. I guess it's not really an opportunity there. GJ usually goes. So let's see what's up. Yeah, we could get this.
So it's like on the fundamental side for gold, it's doing the opposite of what it should be doing if you're, because like what's been happening with the Federal Reserve talking about buying more, they're printing more dollars and doing more QE and stuff, like that should be very bullish for gold. But for the past couple of weeks, gold's pretty much just been in that range between 1700 and 1750, so that's probably not a good sign.
Yeah, gold's scary, man. Like gold's
If it's
scary
gonna break anywhere, I think it's gonna break lower.
because well, what about the second wave of Corona?
Even that, like that news came out a few days ago, and if you look on the daily chart of gold, it didn't hardly do shit. So like that would normally push gold up a few percent, but for some reason gold's just ranging, which isn't a good sign. It's pretty bearish sign considering all the fundamental news that's coming out that should be bullish for gold, but it's not being reflected in the price.
Yeah, even the weekly is just ranging. Yeah, shoot any. Yeah.
Looks like
box though.
Bitcoin's like starting to get correlated with gold a little bit. Daily charts look kind of similar.
Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like it faked out to the bottom, and now it's back in the range. So we'll probably retest. Yeah, buys would be good outside here if you get like a small risk, or you can try to play it inside there. But this would have been a good buy opportunity once it closed back in the range after it faked out.
Yeah. Like every time it gets to that 10K level, there's a bunch of supply that comes in, pushes price back down. So until it gets like a daily major acceptance candle above 10K, I don't think it goes very high.
Yeah, that's like the wild wild west.
Yeah, it's funny to watch. Or BitMEX.
Dude, if you don't know about closing out your trades and like having stop losses and break evens and securing profits and not being greedy, you're gonna get wrecked.
Yeah, it was like the most entertaining thing ever was back during the Bitcoin boom in like 2017. It was like watching like those huge spikes on the altcoins and stuff, and like people would just get liquidated left and right.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like, you'd have an altcoin that would be ranging between like 20 and 30 cents, and then it would just spike up to like $4 in like 2 seconds and spike all the way back down. It's fucking wild.
Bro, there's gonna be a movie that comes out for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think the Winklevoss twins are actually coming out with like something about Bitcoin billionaires. Let me
Yeah, I
see.
seen on YouTube recommended a video. There's a documentary, Bitcoin, the end of money as we know it, or something like that. They recommended a documentary.
Oh, this is a good opportunity right here. 4 minutes it broke, close. Broke the daily, broke the 4 hour. Yeah, that's money. Um, let's see here. It closes in 4 minutes. This wick is ugly. See, this would have been the catch right here. If I seen it earlier, 23 pips. Hmm, that wick is ugly. I wonder if it'll come back down. Let's see here. 57 pips, 60 pips. What's the 15 look like? Hmm. Yeah, if we break this area here, it's gonna continue. Maybe get a wick fill. 3 minutes. Let's see how this one closes. See how this one closes, man.
That's weird. What is that? Is that in because usually those markets aren't open after 4. I thought that was the Dow, but the Dow closes at 4.
I guess it's you're trading future prices maybe
Uh,
because it's open all night. Like it moves like the Dow. You'll get a huge push, bro. 10:30, 10:30 to 11, 10:30 to 11, somewhere in there. Up until London. You'll get gold and US 30 will push around that time.
oh yeah, it must be futures then. So I had like what I had pulled up is the DJI Dow Jones Industrial, but that's hasn't moved since 4 today.
Yeah, the spread is crazy right now. 8 pips. Are you kidding me? Oh, never mind. No, I'm at two. No, it went from 2 pips to 8 pips. Why is it doing that? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm at. What's your spread right now on US 30? That's crazy. Pretty high.
I don't have my broker pulled up. All I have is
Trading View.
Trading View. But
Yeah, that's
the
high.
broker I was using because I was trying to get used to it because FTMO only offers a certain amount of brokers to choose from.
Which one? Which
So
ones do they have?
the one I chose that I found was the best one was IC Markets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was looking at some of the other ones, but it was just like the way they had them set up and the way they had the stuff named was just like, I don't know, it was weird and sketchy to
So
me.
so with IC
But
markets, they accept American clients.
yeah, I think it's pretty similar to FX Choice.
Oh, really? Is the spreads less or something? Because I looked at it the other day, but it was saying something about it doesn't take American clients. But I don't
Huh.
know. Maybe that was. I don't know. That's weird. Maybe. Hmm.
Maybe because they're doing it through FTMO, and FTMO is not a
Right.
US based company. They're in Europe, I think.
Yeah, it's some young dude that created it or something. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's something like that. To be honest with you, because other than that, man, my FX choices. I mean, they're pretty straight all around.
I liked FX Choice better than anything, but that's why I chose IC Markets because they were the closest to them as far as like how they formatted everything and did everything. So I was already used to FX Choice.
Yeah, no, I like it. I honestly like once this broker, like I'm down to start that broker as soon as possible, but I want to get it to where you can actually trade off TradingView. Have you ever tried like utilizing paper money on TradingView just to get an idea of how it is?
Yeah, I've done it before back when I was trading off of Oando, that the main Forex thing that everybody uses. So it's weird because TradingView only accepts a certain amount of brokers to trade through them, which is weird, but it was always super easy just to trade directly off of TradingView.
Yeah, it's so much better, man. I'd much rather set up a brokerage and have everybody just be able to go straight to TradingView. Like, I think that'd be like game changing, like something that actually works. That's like, you know what I mean? It's just so much easier. Like, it's better in my opinion. I think a lot of people would agree.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are some brokers that allow you to, but they're not in America. Like, there are a few. Yeah, I'm gonna catch this GJ trade. If we break and close below here, I'm gonna look to get in for GJ for this push right here. We might get it. We might get it. But yeah, that'd be dope, right? Be
Yeah.
pretty dope, man. Yeah, man. GJ looks good. Gold's just ranging, so I'm not touching that unless it breaks here. Down there, oil. It's just not really a lot of reward here. I mean, honestly, it's not even worth it in my opinion. It's just so rangy to touch it unless we break here. $10 pips and then hopefully get that. Something like that. Yeah, man, my hardest part is trying to stay up. I put Devontae on billions. He's like in love with he's in love with that show, bro. He watches it like every day while he's setting his alerts. Because what I'll do is I'll set the alerts, and then if there's no push from now until about 8:39, then I'll just sit back, chill until 10, 11, wait for those setups. If nothing happens, then I'm just trying to find something to keep my mind awake so I don't fall asleep, so I can actually be awake to catch these moves. And the best thing was when me and Obed were getting on Call of Duty. It was sick, man. It's like the best way to keep your mind up. Like when you're bored, like you come to the charts after you just shredded, and like it's just perfect. Other than that, it's like what do you do for that time being? So um, that's the hardest part too, man.
Yeah, I still gotta get my meditation, my reading in today. I'm slacking. I'm gonna hop off in a second. I'm gonna finish this guy's stuff and then try to get some sleep.
What time do you go to sleep usually?
Well, I usually would like I'll start reading around like this time, and then usually it'll take like an hour or so. After about an hour or so of reading, I'll just pass out. I found that's probably the best way, other than like taking the melatonins and stuff, like to get yourself to go to sleep is just
Start reading.
sitting. Yeah.
That's funny.
So I get the books on my phone. So I just lay there with my phone and just read it on my phone.
Damn, that's awesome, bro. Have you read? I'm sure you've already read Principles.
Yeah, I read like half of it. I couldn't stick with it for some reason. It was like I don't know. It was kind of slow for me. It was like I couldn't stick to it. So I trashed it after about halfway through.
Oh, dude, I loved his story. It reminded me of like the come up and like he's just
Yeah, I watched the summary of it on YouTube. That little YouTube series that he did, which
Mhm.
basically summarizes the whole book. Like there's like a bunch of
Yeah.
different videos. Each one's like 5 or 10 minutes long.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, I feel you. Oh, EJ went. Dang it. Yeah, there it goes. There goes G. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what I'll do on this play, I mean, it's worth watching. It's already 10 pips. GJ, once this closes, I might have to catch it on the 15, to be honest. Because, yeah, this is a good opportunity right here, man. In 10 minutes, once this closes outside, the next one will wick up, and then it's going to break. And then we should get a big push. I mean, EJ is doing it too right now. What pairs do you look for in Asian? Are you usually on EJ and GJ, or?
I haven't looked at the crosses in a while, man. I've just been doing Bitcoin, gold, oil, and then the majors, euro, dollar, pound, dollar, yen, and then like had a lot of success with the New Zealand dollar and the dollar Swissy. But then other than that, I'll check like GJ and pound Aussie and stuff like that every once in a while. But
Yeah.
I need to start looking at those. I guess if you're using your strategy, that it's not as different. Like the strategy I was using, I feel like the cross pairs like behaved a lot differently, which kind of validated a lot of the technicals that I was using.
Yeah, yeah. No, I feel you, man. Yeah, it's just so many. But yeah, this should be good. I'm gonna take this one. Um, I mean, I see the same thing every time, man. It will break out of consolidation, especially when you get a 4 hourly and a daily break. So if you look at the daily time frame, it went up, bearish, bearish, bearish. It made that wick. It broke this daily. This could now not return back to the daily, and we just continue down, get this wick fill, and then targets. You know.
Probably have a bunch of people with stop losses behind that daily doji candle too. Everybody's expecting it to turn right there like 4 days ago.
Mhm.
So they probably put stops right below that candle. As soon as that candle gets broken, it's going to go ballistic to the downside.
Yeah, I like it. This is like the best. I mean, if you catch the daily break in Asian, then it's pretty good. But typically, it doesn't happen until London. It'll just like pull back, and then you get that push. But yeah, if your schedule is waking up at 5, then you're good. Like if you consistently go to sleep in time, not mess it up over the weekend, and consistently wake up at 5, because there's a push from like right when that 4 hourly closes at 5. You'll get like a wake up like all candles do once the new one starts, and then you'll get that break within the next 15, 30 minutes, hour,
Yeah,
and then you're good. You'll get a trade at like 6:37, and then your money. But if you miss that, it's like you really want to wait based off my experience, really, for that 4 to close, because like you see how there's momentum right here. The reason that this is happening is because of the fact that we're breaking these higher time frame levels. So
yeah.
unless that happens, you just get like, a whole bunch of just ranging. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is I'm gonna take this if it once this 30 closes, but see, I might do it off the 15, man. I might do it off the 15.
I'm going to hop off. Let me know how that plays out.
All right, brother. See you.
All right, talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Go downtown and have a rap. Gnaw that thing off your face. Good day to you, madam. Go downtown and have a rap. Gnaw that thing off your face. Good day to you, madam.
That times like these are here to shine. You can advance for me and mine. I got your back to take things on. I'll bring everyone to something I want. Your heart and more in my life. I'll tell everyone there's no stopping us. Can I have you for the rest of my life?